So the raids are basically, it's, you know, your warband party, or as many people as you can get together to do it, fighting just one giant boss. You guys will see yourself. The boss has minions, so it's not just one guy, but you'll see what I'm talking about. No! Can I get a witness? Don't want to touch those things. Those things are not quite an instant kill at the level I'm at right now, but they're not good. They killed my golem. That's not good. So with the necromancer, I'm running a summoner build. So I also have a bunch of minions. That's why I get to kind of just stay out of the fray, let them do most of the fighting. What's going on there? Oh! Ah! Dang it! That is super annoying. Hopefully I didn't lose so much time that I don't get the chest of glory. Oh, I did get it. Good. Only the top three players, players get a chest of glory.
If you're taking a piece of it for that weird
A lot of
box
times I
yours,
will get it,
now's the
but
time.
sometimes I don't,
That's what you
especially
always go
if I
through.
die
Sealing that demon took no
while
small
fighting the
cost.
demon, but
I need to return to my coven and
I got it that
regather my
time.
strength.
And there's not really a whole much in there.
Take
There's
the
a little bit of
fragment away.
materials for you to collect,
You two can deal with
but
this.
it's not
I'm
like a
pushing back the flame.
game-changing thing.
Don't
It's more
stand
just
in the fire
as a
bits.
point of pride, I guess. Yeah, this is okay. We got a new one. More viewers. Welcome, new viewers. If there's anybody in there and any of the new viewers want to see anything or have any questions about anything, feel free to post it in the chat, and I will do my best to accommodate. Not the rubber bats. Ah, damn it. That was way too early. Ah. The rabid bats are the worst aspect of this particular. Now I gotta wait for someone. I'm definitely not gonna get the chest of glory now. I gotta wait for someone to revive me. That's just embarrassing. Here we go. Accept. Have a health globe. And summons back up. Some of them at least.
I must wait, it seems.
Why are they all coming after me this whole session? They're not all coming after me, but I'm getting hit by rabid bats a lot. I still got a chest of glory. That's crazy. I didn't used to get chest of glories very often. I lagged behind everybody else in the warband quite a bit. We also used to have two other very powerful players in the warband who ended up leaving and going to a different warband. So that helped. But
Hey there.
you know, so it's not exactly a point of pride when I'm like, I get those chests every time, at least a couple times, only because our two of our strongest players left, but I'll take it. The guys that end up replacing those two players are very solid players. This particular cutscene almost always catches me off guard for some reason. We're getting through this guy really quickly. We must have bumped it down to Hell 7 difficulty. Right, we definitely did. We usually do. I don't think we try it. I don't think we fight this guy in Hell 8 very often because we don't quite have the CR for it. We need to break this up to free up that shield. My primary attack does such a slow amount of damage, and I didn't get a chest of glory probably because I walked away and started attacking that frozen campfire instead of fighting the demon. That's okay. Other people deserve to get it too.
Hey there. It's good to see you.
Not there yet. But I do have enough mats. So you can sell like the lower level mats or trade them in for some of the higher level mats. I think I've got enough lower level mats to do just that and get an upgrade on one of my pieces of equipment. What's going on? Do not disconnect now. Disconnect when I'm doing bounties or something. I'm not talking to you guys, I'm talking to my game. I don't want it to disconnect if it's acting glitchy. Don't be in that, don't be in that. Oh no, I was in it. interesting. So I didn't get a chest of glory that time either. So another week I'm not. So before the last major update, you had to. There was a cap on the number of times you could get rewards for earning a chest of glory. You could still continue to get chests of glory, but which I always thought was a bad deal. You know, if you capped at 3, you shouldn't prevent somebody else from being able to get the rewards. You just shouldn't get one if you've got your 3s, I think. But
What do you need, friend?
there's still not a cap on the amount of times you can get the chest of glory. And I've been wanting to test if I get, you know, if at 4 and or 5, it at least drops the rewards. Like there's no cap on it anymore. But I haven't been able to. Since I've been paying attention to that, I have not been able to get more than 3 chests of glory. And this time I've gotten 2 chests of glory, and 2 of the bosses I did not get a chest of glory, so the most I can get for this group of raids is 3 chests of glory. Get off me, get off me, get off me. Right. Get a red, don't want to be in red. This guy pretty quick. This way? Yep. Almost got him. There it is. Alright, well I got 3, so I at least got that. I will take it. Maybe on Thursday I'll get to test whether or not you get rewards at 4 chests of glory. Got everything. Alright, now you guys get to see what defending the castle looks like.
What do you need, friend?
After I do this.
You do
How
the
many Legos
fighting,
did I pick up?
I'll do the forging.
Yeah, I should have Warband chests I need to turn in. Yeah, so I got my max of those. Let's go to Castle Sarangdar, or Cyranger, or however it's pronounced. How do I sound out there? Am I coming through clear on the mic? Am I... What's up, Crazy? How you doing, man? Just playing more Diablo, man. It's always good when I'm playing Diablo. The weekend was good. Lots of family, lots of good people. It was really, really good stuff. I posted a Easter video to my personal YouTube, so I don't know if you're. I'll text you a link to. I'll text you a link to the video. I'm not sure if I've ever actually shared that particular channel with you, but I like all my friends to have access to it because I post videos of the kids and stuff like that. So. Warband. $4.99. I need to put in the wrong area. This. I don't know. I actually didn't do anything with it since the last time we talked, so One thing that I did change on Discord is I found like there's a master output volume, so I moved that to 70%. So anybody who comes in will come in presumably at 70%, so I don't have to worry about being like, oh crap, I got to make sure I go over there and turn down their volume so that so I don't end up with an echo for anybody that happens to jump into a room. But we'll see. I still need to actually take some serious time and try to figure it out. I would just really like to not be worrying about it. At this point, I'm gonna worry every single time. Every single time. Yeah, no, and I appreciate the suggestions for sure. I should just do some Googling and see if other people have the same problem with Echo in Discord and see what they did to fix it.
Your corpses are mine.
Yeah, there's got to be. I just can't think of what would be causing it.
Your grave beckons.
So we did our Warband raids, and now we are in the normal mode for the defense. That zombie game, the zombies version. I think you've seen this before. It looks like I'm back up to 4 viewers, so new viewers, feel free to chat, say hello. If there's anything that you want to see or want to know, I will do what I can to accommodate.
And rot.
Thank you very much. Feel free to give a follow if you want to. I would definitely appreciate it.
Vengeful spirits, heed my call.
I really like that ultimate, especially on the PC. It's I just like the animation. All those skulls flying out of your hands.
Your corpses are mine.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I don't even really know what the other classes' ultimates look like. I've never done a class change. So I don't really know a whole lot about the other classes, which is kind of a weakness. I'm going to do my best to not have that weakness with Diablo 4. I will definitely, eventually, have a character of every class. I'm going to start out focusing with 3 characters. I'm going to do Necromancer for my hardcore character. And then I'm going to start out with a druid in normal for sure. And then I haven't decided between the barbarian and the rogue for my second starting normal character. so I just don't. I just don't. What am I missing? I was just, so you've got, because I got 3 right. No, I got 4 listed right there. Necromancer, Barbarian, Druid, Rogue. Sorcerer is the 5th one. It depends. So, and it also depends on the game. So, like we don't know yet exactly for D4. They haven't released what the Paragon system is going to look like. They've only shown some snippets, which it looks like it's going to be awesome. In Diablo Immortal, it took about a week to get the base level up to the max of 60. Probably could have done it sooner if I had really grinded it out. But yeah, about a week to get it up to 60. After that, there's something called the Paragon level, and the server's Paragon level goes up along with the it goes up 2 levels every day, and there's a whole system behind that that helps keep new players and experienced players kind of grouped around the server Paragon level. But I mean, it takes it's taken me yeah, I think we're going rotating in this mode. So 630, so that's roughly 315 days to get to Paragon level 630. Maybe 1 day less because I think I'm ahead of the Paragon. Yeah, I'm 2 levels ahead, so 1 day ahead. Unfortunately, it depends on how you define skilled. So, no, there's no skilled-based matching. Like there's no like, oh, you did really good in this particular PvP event, so we are going to match you against other people who did really good. The only it's actually a really crappy matching system. Everybody hates it. Everybody complains about it because it doesn't seem to make any sense. It throws, Paragon level 650 super whales in with 100 Paragon level free to play. I mean, it's not necessarily that bad, but it's but yeah. To answer your question, it's all character based.
Fear not the end.
Yeah. Hopefully D4 will be different. Hopefully it'll be different. That's all I gotta say. We don't really know a whole lot about what the PvP is gonna look like. They did have the overworld PvP active for the closed alpha test. So I've heard a little bit about people's experiences with that, but we are expecting there to be a lot more options with PvP than just overworld PvP. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. A lot of the skill related to these types of games has more to do with how you develop your characters than in-game play. So there's definitely strategies in in-game play for how you combo your skills and mostly where you put your feet, wherever you're standing. You just don't stand where you're going to take damage. That's the main thing, and that can get really complicated. But it doesn't matter how skilled you are, especially in this game because of the way you do the combat rating. If you are up against someone who's got, a super powerful build, you're not gonna beat them. If you're level 5 and they're level 2000, just to throw out some numbers, it doesn't matter how good you are, you're not gonna beat them. This game's especially bad because of the way they do the pay to win and the combat rating. So like they actually strip the skill out of this particular version of the game even more because they have an additional variable where your combat rating relative to other players' combat ratings, if you're higher you get a boost, if you're lower you get decremented. So it's even harder to overcome that. And combat rating gem resonance can essentially be purchased for money. So, pay to win systems, man. It looks like that with Diablo 4. So one problem with Diablo 3, Diablo 2, with the PvP systems, or even really the whole game, is that there was a limited number of super powerful builds, and you know, people would figure out what those builds are, and everybody would grind for the same exact pieces. D3 did a little bit better with the variability because you know, the way that they added aspects of re-rolling and piece modification that D2 just didn't have. So that was a little bit better. Everybody hated the PvP in Diablo 3 because it was so limited. You would just grab a couple of, you know, friends and go to one specific area, and it would just be an open square, and you just duke it out. There was, you know, no game types, no interesting maps, nothing like that. So D3 rightfully got a lot of flack for its terrible PvP system, but I guess it is what it is. I personally, I've never really been big on PvP in these types of games. I've always been a PvE player. So I'm... Oh yeah, is COD that bad? COD, you gotta build up your loadouts, right? So it's not just like everybody's got the exact same level of weapons and stuff. But it's also not pay to win, so people can build their loadouts through experience and earning things by playing, right? Is there a cap to how powerful your loadout can be in COD? Or does it just always get better the more hours you put into it? So somebody who started playing, say, today, they could never catch up to somebody who's been playing for years and never stopped. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I vaguely kind of understand what you're talking about. You've got an OP version, or you've got an OP tuning to existing weapons that you can do that's killing it for all other possible loadouts. Is that right? So they need a new gun to balance out the current system that came out with the new patch. Okay. Okay, and then, alright, I gotcha. It's OP for that. Okay, I gotcha. So after a week of a new gun coming out, you can pretty much expect everyone you're fighting to be using this particular tuned up OP gun. I mean, I gotta give game developers, you know, some benefit of the doubt, because like game balancing is, I imagine it's really, really, really hard to do. You just can't think of everything, and the players will find where, you know, where the problems or where the benefits are, and then you're like, oh yeah, we made that too powerful. Yeah, the testing only gets you so far. I'd really prefer they change the endless mode. I would prefer the difficulty of endless mode ramp up a lot faster without reducing the benefits for completing in a lower time. Because 20 minutes of this is just too much. Especially right after having completed the normal mode. As you progress through the game itself, it gets harder. As you progress through this particular game type, it gets harder. It just doesn't get harder fast enough, in my opinion. So at least with the levels that we are at in our warband, because by the time we get to endless, and I'm at like 9 minutes, 10 minutes where we are right now, I'm just like, oh, I want this to be over. But I know it's going to go on for another 10 minutes. It's just too much. Comes from the boss. Some people can play Diablo in that was too early for me to be dying. Some people can play Diablo in any game type and just grind the same. Like, there's people who get into the same dungeon and they will grind it over and over and over again for hours. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I get why they're doing it, but I don't know how. I can't grind like that. I need some variability, and that's one thing that is good about Diablo Immortal. I'll say there is quite a lot of variability, so I can bounce around. I can do I can run this dungeon a couple times. I can go do some rifts. I can complete a bounty. I can do a contract, and then I can go to a different dungeon. And there's like 12 different dungeons now, so there's a lot of variability in the dungeons. There's 8 or 9 overworld zones, so there's lots of places to do overworld farming. There's just a lot of stuff to do, and there's a fishing game, so if you want, you can go fishing. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do, which is really good, and it keeps it engaged. And I don't need it to be I don't need it to be a completely different experience every time I log in. I just can't do the same 7-minute run over and over and over and over and over again. Excuse me. The devoted and probably, I would say, the types of people who have like a gambling addiction personality. Because even if you're in a version of Diablo that doesn't involve dumping any money into it, with the intermittent reward of randomly dropped loot, it's still a gambling mechanic. And so you run that same dungeon, because it happens to have that one set piece, as a possible drop that you want. You run it over and over and over and over and over again for hours, and when you get that set piece, you're like, yeah! You get that rush, and then you look at it, and you're like, oh, it's not better than what I've already got. Right back behind you, again and again and again and again and again. It's one thing that I'm glad that I do not have an addiction for. I had trouble with alcohol for a little while. Not, you know, like I was basically a functioning alcoholic. It never caused any real problems in my life, but I just drank too much. And then a few years ago, I just started getting hangovers. And then they got worse and worse and worse and worse. And now you know, it's like I look at beer and I'm like, I really want to drink it, but it's going to hurt so much tomorrow. And I usually choose not to. It takes almost special occasions for me, you know, really special, you know, special occasions or events or something like that to get me to drink at all. Not no more booze, just cut way, way back. It just hurts too much. And then the added benefit is that I don't get drunk and do a bunch of stupid stuff. It is pretty awesome. It's, I don't spend as much money on alcohol either. That's a big thing. Having kids helps too. Makes me, you know, knowing that, you know, every day, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Tuesday, I gotta be up early in the morning. I can't, you know, can't be out closing down bars till 2 o'clock in the morning and then going home and drinking and playing video games till 4 or 5 on a Friday night and being like, it's okay, I'll just sleep all day tomorrow, because that is not an option anymore. We're getting real close to the door. We might not even make it to 18 minutes tonight.
Your corpses are mine. I am renewed.
Well, maybe. 2 minutes away, and we kind of made some headway there, so we'll see. Well, no, maybe it spoke too soon. He got us boxed in now, and it looks like it's me and Ron. No, Vanessian's still up. Oh, he just went down. Melissa's back. Okay. Oh no, they're doing so much damage. That's awesome. Whoever ran out there and got that fog. Oh, there's another one that just dropped. Somebody got it. Oh, they got it. Well, we made it to 1730 almost, so that works. That works. Alright, so completed. Ah, thanks, Rich. Appreciate it, man. Glad you're still in the stream. I picked up I picked up 2 more Legos than that, I think. 1 or 2. Alright, it's 9:30. Everyone. Alright. Thanks everybody who dialed in. I appreciate you watching. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays from 8:30 to 9:30. Follow. I'd appreciate it. I've also got a YouTube channel, TikTok. Look in my channel's description for links to those. And I will see you guys around. Thank you very much.